1000 Elb Sisters Tammy Slaton hits her final journey. 1000 Elb Sisters star Tammy Slaton has become an inspiration to many due to her 500-pound weight loss. She got her bariatric surgery in 2022. Since then, Tammy has never looked back, becoming a few steps ahead of her siblings. It hasn't been an easy journey for Tammy. She previously admitted that she was still smoking vape, which could affect her future surgeries. But it seems Tammy has made huge adjustments in her life as she receives some big news from her surgeon. Keep reading to see what happened. 1000 Elb Sisters. Tammy Slaton makes shocking confession. Earlier in the latest season, Tammy made a shocking confession about her habits amid her journey to having skin removal surgery. The 1000 Elb Sisters star revealed that she still vapes, and it's something that could jeopardize her journey. However, she was also told that her protein intake is very low, and it could make the wounds from her future surgery heal very slowly. Due to this, Tammy was advised to take more protein and avoid smoking. Tammy hits final journey. TLC recently released a clip from the upcoming episode of 1000 Elb Sisters Season 7. The trailer features Tammy's appointment with Dr. Smith, who brought some good news. According to Dr. Smith, he noticed the significant improvements in Tammy's protein intake. He then said that he's finally giving Tammy a green light for skin removal surgery. Dr. Smith also paired up with Tammy to prank Chris and Brittany Combs. Tammy was told to act like she was rejected for skin removal surgery, but she came out instantly, revealing that she got approved, leaving Chris and Tammy confused. Many fans also took to the comment section to celebrate Tammy's progress. Even Dr. Smith believes that it's a huge deal for Tammy, as she's one step closer to finally putting an end to her battle scars. 1000 Elb Sisters. Tammy Slaton's last social media appearance. Tammy Slaton has not shared whether she has already had her skin removal surgery behind cameras. The 1000 Elb Sisters star often posts trailers for Season 7's episodes, and it seems she's trying to avoid interacting with her followers due to her NDA. One of her last appearances was a clip of her giving tips about losing weight and proper protein intake. She looks skinnier in the clip, though it's unclear if it was the result of a skin removal surgery. The sun filtered gently through the curtains of Tammy Slaton's Kentucky home, casting a warm golden hue on the faded family photos lining the walls. A hush of stillness settled over the house, one that wasn't heavy with sadness, but instead steeped in peace. The kind of peace Tammy had spent years fighting for, through pain, perseverance, and finally, purpose. Tammy sat in her favorite chair by the window, her body noticeably transformed, not just in size, but in strength. The road to this moment had been paved with hospital stays, tears shed on camera, late-night cravings, and deep soul-searching. She had once been buried beneath her own weight, both physical and emotional. But now she was lighter, in every way that mattered. This was her final journey. No, not the kind whispered in somber tones. Tammy wasn't saying goodbye to life. She was saying goodbye to the show. 1000 Elb Sisters, the TLC reality series that had chronicled her and her sister Amy's wild, raw, and often chaotic weight loss journey, was coming to an end. And Tammy had made the decision not to return. For once, the cameras wouldn't be rolling when she woke up in the morning. "I've given y'all everything," Tammy said into her phone's front-facing camera, recording a final message for her fans. "Y'all saw me at my worst, and you saw me fight my way back. But now, I need to live off-screen." The phone dinged with incoming messages, fans who'd noticed she hadn't posted as much lately. People wondered if she was okay, if she had relapsed. But this time, silence wasn't danger. It was healing. Tammy's final journey wasn't dramatic. It wasn't a cliffhanger. It was soft, reflective, like the end of a chapter you don't want to close, but you know the story has to keep going, just in a different book. She thought of Amy, her younger sister, and her original partner in crime. Their bond had always been a seesaw. Laughter one minute, screaming matches the next. But through everything, babies, breakups, health scares, they had stayed tethered by something bigger than blood. Something unshakable. Love, maybe. Or understanding. Or just the knowledge that no one else truly got what it meant to be them. Tammy and Amy had started the show as a gimmick to many. Two sisters tipping the scales at nearly 1,000 pounds combined. But they became symbols, however messy, of vulnerability in motion. Of struggling out loud. Tammy had borne the brunt of criticism, dubbed difficult, unmotivated, even cruel. She had lashed out, lied, isolated herself in the dark cocoon of food and fear. But she had also clawed her way back from a near-fatal spiral, had gone on oxygen, had fought for every breath. And somewhere in the wreckage of reality TV, Tammy had found her reason. She remembered the moment the feeding tube was removed. The tears. The applause from her care team. The nurse who whispered, "You did it, girl. Don't ever let them tell you you can't." Now Tammy sat in her home without machines humming in the background. No mobility scooter. No emergency oxygen. Just her, a notebook, and a cup of chamomile tea. She had started writing lately. About her journey. About the trauma that had driven her to eat, to hide, to self-sabotage. About being a woman in a body that had always been deemed too much. The words poured out like a cleansing rain. Her final journey was about reclaiming her story. No editing room. No dramatic score. No producers nudging her into conflict. Outside, the breeze rustled through the blooming magnolia tree she planted with Amy last spring. A symbol of new life, of soft strength. Tammy stood, slowly, still cautious, but strong. She made her way to the backyard where a small garden had sprung to life. Tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers. Her little piece of serenity. She bent down to pull a weed, grunting but smiling. A year ago, she couldn't have even gotten down this low. "Look at me now, world," she muttered to herself. "You thought I was gone, but I'm just getting started." The media would speculate. They always did. Tammy Slaton quits the show amid controversy, they'd say. Or maybe, inside Tammy's shocking decision to leave fame behind. But Tammy didn't care. For the first time, she didn't need validation from strangers. Her worth wasn't in a headline. It was in the way her niece ran to hug her now without being afraid. In the way she could walk a flight of stairs without stopping. In the way she could breathe without thinking about it. And maybe most of all, in the way she forgave herself. She sat again under the tree and looked out over her yard. Her kingdom. She didn't need a red carpet. She had soil under her nails and sun on her cheeks. "I used to think my journey would end in a hospital bed," she whispered to the sky. "But it ends right here. In life. In living." Tammy smiled and picked up her pen. She had another chapter to write. One where she wasn't just a 1,000 Elb sister, but a woman reborn. The cameras might be off, but her story wasn't over. Not even close. She didn't walk into the sunset.